Cast. This is another choreography tutorial. We are doing some steps from NYC. So this dance in general is a lot of moving parts. It's different, which you know, you've learned your parts. So it's different groups moving around, but there are certain points when we all do things in unison. And so we're gonna teach you those specific steps, which you've kind of labeled out here. Now, here's the thing. Some of the steps you'll go the opposite way than I'm going. It's two groups going different ways, or you'll do it on a slightly different line, or you might not be in this, you'll enter later. But for now, I want all of you to learn all of these steps and feel confident in them so that when we come back and we actually make this really big number work, you're comfortable at least with the footwork and the handwork, okay? So that's the main goal of this, is just to teach you these 4 steps or hand gestures so that when you come back in and we're ready to go with it, you at least have that as a base, so then we can kind of fill it all out. So I'm gonna start with the crossover feet, which might be the most complicated of them all. To show you the fast version, which you will do, it is a step, cross, step, cross, step, cross, step, cross. And why I'm putting my hands out is your hands will be linked behind people. This actually happens in a circle, 2 circles going opposite ways. So you'll do that and you'll go fast and then you'll go slow. So it's up, so da. I go back first. So you go up and it's kind of on the balls of your feet. Up, back, up, forward, up, back, up, forward. Okay, so it's like a grapevine on what's called en releve, which means you're on the balls of your feet, and a lot quicker. And then after that, we do a slower version. So it goes up, 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 out, back, out, together. Then you'll move into a different formation. So it's really just balls of your feet up, and then you step, cross back, step, cross forward. And the goal here is to kind of make it seem like your shoulders are level, right? You're just going across in a line, which is why sometimes you'll see my legs kind of bend, and that's to make sure that I can stay on and still move. Sorry, all the way to the side. So if you could practice that foot movement, that happens specifically when we talk about California and fan mail. So it goes, California pays big for their art. Their fan mail comes addressed to. That's exactly where that goes, in a circle. One more time. I'll do it with the words. So it's, you've just gotten in your circle, you put your arms behind each other, and you go, so California pays big for their art. Their fan mail comes addressed to.
Yeah.
And this plants you so that you can move forward.
Miss Katie, can you sing like quietly like you just did the words, and I'm going to speak what your feet are doing, and I'm going to zoom in on your feet.
Yes, that's
because
fine.
I think, guys, that the feet in this is what's going to get you. It's a really neat step to watch, but it's a challenging step in that your feet do move quickly. And what you're going to find is that you really don't need to move your feet a very great distance apart. They really should be pretty close together the whole time. So if you focus on keeping them, I'm zooming in on Miss Katie's feet right now. See, she's really not separating them that much. So if you can do that as well, I think it'll help. So let's do that again. Yeah, I'm going to literally zoom on your feet, Miss Katie.
You also want to think, you are in a circle at this time, and you're going to be linked to people. So if you're making massive steps and the person next to you isn't, you're going to bump into them and it's going to look really clumsy. So the smaller you make it and the tighter you make it in, the better it'll be.
Okay.
So again, you step, go under, okay?
So she's going to say the actual lyrics quietly, and I'm going to say, because I'm behind the camera, I'm going to speak into the camera really what her feet are doing. So you're going to hear me say out, back, out, front, because your feet go out, it's out, and then,
forward, just so you know.
Thank you, yes. And so it's out, and then her other foot will go back, and then, yep.
Okay,
and then out front. So here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1.
So California,
Out, back, out front, out, back, out front, out, back, out, side. And side is that last step in. Okay? So one more time. I'm going to zoom out so now you can see the whole thing, but we'll do that the same way with me saying what your feet will do and Miss Katie singing the words.
I always practice kind of with my hands out just because they'll be there anyway, so I'm used to it.
Good idea. Yeah. Practice that too, guys, so that you're ready when you actually have your hands behind a neighbor.
You'll be curving, but what's nice is you'll be curving with people, so it'll help. All
right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1.
Okay.
Side, back, side, front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, side, or step. Okay. All right, so practice that one at home. That's the first one, the most difficult one. So maybe get your siblings in on that or your parents and teach them how to do a little grapevine. Yeah. All right, so the next one is what, Miss Katie?
NYC. Anytime we say NYC at a certain time, it's a little way in, but this is generally what we'll say every time we say NYC. And that is a down, down, up. That's all it is. But it's all about, if you notice, the strength. I'm not going like down, down, up. It's all about the strength. This only works if you have power. It's like power just zipping through your hand and out. Just it has to shoot to the ground. So it's NYC. And I do a little bit of like a little into it, right? So it's like NYC. And my head follows my arms up. Because it's all just so magical. And you're presenting that magic here, that kind of majesty, that like awe-inspiringness of NYC.
And Miss Katie, can you show them what you did? I noticed after your right arm went out, then your left arm, then you brought both arms to your chest as you went up. Can you show that slowly?
It's not NYC.
Yeah,
it's not a sweep up. You're not making snow angels. You go NY. I actually do it for everyone. I pull it in, pop it out, pull it in, pop it out, pull them in, pop them up. So it goes NYC. So you pop in and then you can shoot them out from there. And it helps just with that powerful movement. It looks very clean, sharp going up every time you do it. So just one more time, it's NYC and up.
Perfect.
I want to say it, I just can't, if you notice I'm smiling.
You light up.
And I just remember like that feeling in that song is just that hopefulness, right? That hopefulness Annie has. So anytime you do all of that, think of that same hopefulness. This whole song is full of like, NYC is full of possibilities. So everything you do has to have that kind of vibe to it. Mm-hmm. Next one is a fan. At the very end, we say, you crowd, you cramp, you're still a champ. So on that crowd, cramp, we're gonna do 2 fans. So it's gonna be like right then left. You don't know where you are yet. So right now I just want you to learn fan and fan. So a fan is where you kind of, what's called plie. It's when you bend your legs in. Bend your legs and you bring your arms up and around. So you plie and then you bring your arms and your head. I follow with my head around. So up and around and in. So boom. Actually, when you bring your arms up, I also bring my legs up. So you start low, kind of like when you're doing like the roller coaster, you're like, whoa, and then you go back down. Same kind of thing. You go low, bring them up, bring your legs up, and then back down.
Miss Katie, is it one arm all the way around, then the other arm, or do the 2 arms move together?
Together.
Okay.
I don't do that necessarily. I carry one, and then the other kind of follows with it. Like it's attached on a string. So as it goes, oh no, the other one has to go too.
Okay.
But they're not connected, and it's not 1, 2. I do 1 around.
Okay.
And then the other side would be the same thing, around. So it's you crowd, you cramp.
So does everyone need to learn both sides, or are those
Just
2 separate
for now,
groups?
Because we
for
don't
now.
know where you are yet.
So they don't actually move their feet in between
No.
the 2 like you do?
No.
Okay.
I'm just showing you what both would do. So you'll be facing in towards each other, and you'll come in with champ. So it's a fan. It's bringing one arm and the other around and back in. And think about it. It's like you're cramped together, right? You're crowded, you're cramped, and then you break out into your champ still. So it's a cool way of getting down into like, oh, I'm tied up, right? I'm all stuck together. Think of like being on a bus or something, and you're all crammed in there. It's the same kind of feeling for that.
So can you do that whole thing, you crowd, you cramp, you're still the champ, just so they can see it all together?
So it's you crowd, and then the other people. You cramp, boom, and then both. You are still a champ. That's a strong arm. And then amen to NYC.
Perfect. Okay.
Last one.
Next one is
Way
the
up
last one.
high. So you've gone family, something, the penthouse, and it goes, that's way up high. And then she goes, tonight the Y. The star to be in the middle. So on that, you guys are still in your circles. You've done actually NYC. And then you go tomorrow, penthouse. And then this next step is that's way, and I'll face forward. It's right up. So you point your arm strong. Again, strong movement. If you hit it on, it's way.
And point your finger like Miss Katie is.
Arm is straight, heads up, chin directly up. I'm following my hand all the way up. There will be lights up there, so you might have to close them a little bit, but you go up, and then that's way, and then up high. On high, you're gonna bring your chin down. So all together, you go tomorrow, the penthouse, that's way, up high. And then after that, you go tonight. So she has a little moment, the why not, NYC. So just to do that again, you've gone here, and you go NYC, tomorrow a penthouse, that's way up high, out. And then tonight, the why not. So it's just a strong point up. I'm using my right hand, I'm right hand dominant. I would like you all to practice with your right hand if you can, just so that it looks continuous in our circle. Everyone with their right hand up, face up, bring it down sharp, and then down to your knees. So that's that last one. So if you guys could practice those ones, go back through, pause us, rewind, watch again, practice. If you just skip through the song, it's on YouTube. Listen to it, and then at those moments, try the moves and hear it in real time. I think that'll get you in a good space for when we come back in and we piece it all together. So thanks for watching.
All right, thanks guys.